Come in, stay a while. Pull your chair closer to the hearth. Outside, the wind is trying its absolute best to tear the roof off this old cabin, and the rain is lashing against the window like 1,000 tiny fingers demanding entry. But in here, the candle flame doesn't even flicker. It stays centered, glowing with a quiet, golden defiance. Lately, I've been sitting here in the dark, observing how we move through the modern world. We have become so fragile, haven't we? We have become like open nerves, exposed to every wind. We let a stranger's cold look in the street, a delayed email, or a minor setback in our plans ruin our entire afternoon. We are like dry leaves, blown around by every tiny breeze of circumstance, thinking we are free while we are actually at the mercy of everything outside of us. But tonight, I want to show you the strength of the mountain. The mountain doesn't react to the storm, it doesn't argue with the lightning or hide from the clouds. It simply remains. I want to teach you the silent, invincible power of choosing not to react. Think about a calm, deep lake in the middle of a forest at dawn. If you throw a small pebble into it, there are ripples, yes. The surface moves, but the depths of the lake remain entirely unmoved, cold and still. Most of us, however, have forgotten how to be deep. We have become like a shallow puddle on a sidewalk. Even a tiny twig falling into a puddle causes a muddy splash that clouds our entire vision and makes us lose our clarity. We have been taught that reacting is a sign of strength, that standing our ground, shouting back, or letting our anger flare proves we are powerful individuals who won't be pushed around. But I want you to look closer. True power is the exact opposite of an explosion. True power is the ability to observe a storm, to feel its wind on your face, and to say, I see you, but I will not let you inside my house. When you react to everything, you are effectively a slave to everyone. You are giving a remote control to your emotions to every person you meet, every headline you read, and every minor inconvenience that crosses your path. Is that truly freedom, my friend? Or is it just a different kind of prison? I remember a story I heard many years ago about an old Zen master who lived in a small village. He was known for his unshakable peace, a calm that seemed to radiate from him like heat from a stove. One day, a young warrior, filled with bitterness, ego, and a desire to prove his own strength, decided to test the master. He stood before the old man in the public square and spent the entire day insulting him. He called him a fraud, a coward, and a senile fool. He brought up the master's ancestors and spat at his feet. The villagers watched in horror, waiting for the master to strike back. But the master simply sat in silence, breathing, his eyes as calm as a summer morning. Finally, exhausted and frustrated by the lack of reaction, the young man shouted, "Why don't you fight back? Why don't you defend your honor?" The master looked at him with great compassion and asked quietly, "If someone offers you a gift, and you refuse to accept it, to whom does the gift belong?" The young man replied, "To the one who offered it, obviously." The master smiled gently. "Exactly. And your anger, your insults, and your hate, they are gifts I do not wish to accept. They remain with you. You see, my friend, when someone is rude to you, or when life throws a curveball at you, that event is merely an offer. It is a package delivered to your doorstep. You have the divine right, the absolute sovereignty, to refuse that package. You don't have to sign for it. You don't have to take it in, unwrap it, and let its contents spill all over your floor. You don't have to let it into your house and let it sit at your table, whispering poison in your ear all night. Most of our suffering and stress doesn't come from the events themselves, but from the way we react to them. We take the bait every single time. We let the world tell us how we should feel, and we obey like children. But there is a sacred space, a tiny sliver of light, between the stimulus, the thing that happens, and the response, what you do about it. In that tiny gap lies your entire freedom and your entire growth as a human being. If you can learn to pause in that gap, even for just 3 seconds, you will find a power that no king or conqueror could ever take away from you. That pause is where your soul lives. Imagine your mind is a grand, ancient house with many rooms and many windows. Thoughts, emotions, and external events are like guests walking through the front door. Some guests are pleasant, like a warm sunset, a kind word, or a successful day. Others are ugly, loud, demanding, and muddy, like a harsh criticism, a failure, or a betrayal. The mistake we make is trying to chase the ugly guests out of the house with a broom. We yell at them, we push them, we wrestle with them on the porch. But have you noticed? The more you fight the guest, the longer they stay. The more attention you give them, the more space they take up. The secret is not to fight. The secret is to let them come and let them go. Let them sit in the hallway if they must, but don't serve them tea. Don't engage with them. Don't ask them why they are here or how long they plan to stay. Be the host, not the guest. Be the house, not the weather. When you stop reacting, you stop feeding the fire of conflict. You starve the ego of its fuel. Without fuel, even the brightest fire eventually turns to ash and blows away on its own. This doesn't mean you become a cold, unfeeling statue or a person who doesn't care about the world. Not at all. In fact, you become more capable of caring because you aren't constantly drained by trivialities. It means you become selectively engaged. It means you choose where to spend your precious, finite energy. Why waste your life force on a traffic jam, a broken appliance, or a comment on a screen? Why give your peace of mind to someone who doesn't even know your name and who will forget their own anger by dinner time? Look at the kintsugi bowl on the table here. I keep it here to remind me. It has been shattered into 100 pieces, and it has been painstakingly mended with gold. It doesn't hide its scars, but it also doesn't cry out in reaction to the day it fell. It doesn't hate the hand that dropped it. It just exists in its new, more beautiful, more resilient form. It has accepted its history without reacting to its pain. It is silent, and in that silence, it is far more valuable than a bowl that has never known a crack. It has a depth that only comes from remaining still after the impact. I want you to realize that you are the architect of your own internal atmosphere. If you were walking through a forest and a branch hit you in the face, you wouldn't get angry at the tree. You would simply brush it off and keep walking. Yet, when a person hits you with a word, you treat it like a personal attack that requires a counterstrike. Why? The person is often just as unconscious as the branch. They are reacting to their own pain, their own storms, and their own brokenness. When you react back, you are simply joining their chaos. You are becoming a part of the very thing you claim to dislike. Tonight, I want you to practice the art of the 3 breaths. It sounds simple, but it is the most difficult discipline in the world. The next time someone says something that makes your blood boil, or the next time things don't go your way, don't speak. Don't type that angry message. Don't even sigh. Just take 3 slow, deep breaths. In those few seconds, ask yourself, is this worth my peace? Is this worth the gold in my bowl? Most of the time, the answer is a resounding no. You will realize that your calm is your most expensive possession. Don't sell it for a penny. Keep it locked in the vault of your soul, where only you have the key. When you master your reaction, you master your destiny. As the fire begins to settle into a soft, glowing bed of coals, I want you to feel the stillness of this cabin entering your own body. Feel the weight of your limbs against the chair. Hear the rhythm of your own heart, steady and sure. You are the mountain. The winds of the world may howl around you, they may scream and threaten, but they cannot move you unless you agree to be moved. You are the deep lake, and the pebbles of life are just small ripples on your surface that disappear into the depths. Go to sleep tonight knowing that you don't have to defend yourself against everything that moves. You don't have to explain your silence to those who only understand noise. You can just be. You can just remain. There is a great dignity in silence, a great power in a closed mouth and an open heart. The world will continue to be loud, my friend. People will continue to be difficult, and the storms will continue to blow. But you have discovered the secret. You have found the silent center. You have learned that you are the observer, not the victim. Rest now. Let the fire go out in its own time. Tomorrow, when you step out into the noise of the city, remember this cabin. Remember this silence. Carry this piece of the mountain within you. And remember that you are the only one who decides how to feel. The remote control is back in your hands. Good night, my friend. May your dreams be as still, as vast, and as deep as the stars that watch over us tonight.